All right, guys, I went just 2-3 in my 5 personal sports bets on Pt.1 yesterday. Bad day, even worse results. Pretty embarrassing. Now, we did manage to improve to 5-0 in our last 5 Major League Baseball tier package bets following yesterday's losing day. And if you want to access today's Major League Baseball tier package bet, the link for that play is in the description section below. $1,000 bettors are up over $4,500 during that stretch alone. And the difference between what I do here on YouTube and what I do on my website is this. Here on YouTube, I'll handicap the entire slate of games in any given sport, side and total. And what I do on BrockPage.com is actually share with you which one of these free YouTube picks on my channel that I'm actually betting on personally. And just remember, guys, if you sign up for a package here today on my website, you're going to get access to that membership every single day all the way through the end of April. And with that, guys, let's go ahead and dive into our Part 1 video. Part 2 coming up in the next couple of hours. But we're going to start off with the Mets taking on the Cards. 1:15 Eastern start time on Wednesday, April 27th, 2022. Happy hump day to you out there. The weekend's right around the corner. Now, the New York Mets are minus -1.25, total 7 runs. Carlos Carrasco for New York, Steven Matz for St. Louis. Now, Matz has run into some trouble in the early going here. He comes into today's contest with a 5.27 ERA and a 1.61 whip. Meanwhile, offensively, the Cards have really slowed down since the opening week. They're currently in the bottom 10 in road scoring. And they're also having a pretty tough time hitting for power. Now, they're taking on a very tough New York pitching staff who allows only 2.7 runs a game themselves, and they strike out more batters per 9 than any other team in baseball right now. Now, starting pitcher Carlos Carrasco, he's been no exception to the strikeouts. He's fanned 20 batters in just over 18 innings of work this season. He also comes into today's ball game with a 1.47 ERA and a 0.60 whip. Now, one more thing to add here, guys. These Mets pitchers are holding their opponents to a batting average of just 190, doing a great job keeping runners off the bases. Now, total-wise, New York's gone 8-4 to the under in their last dozen on the road. No real surprise there because their pitching's been so good. Meanwhile, St. Louis is currently 63% to the under for the entire season themselves. I'm going to lean toward the New York Mets minus -1.25. And the under 7 runs. Next matchup, it is going to be Royals taking on the White Sox, 2:10 Eastern start time. Chicago's the $2 favorite, total 7 runs. Dylan Cease for Chicago, Zach Greinke for Kansas City. Now, Greinke's shown some fairly good stuff in the early going here, even though strikeouts are down for him. He does come into today's ballgame with a 2.25 ERA and a 1.19 whip. Pretty respectable numbers here out of Greinke. And as a matter of fact, this Kansas City pitching staff is in the top 3 in the majors right now in striking batters out on the road. Now, they've also limited Chicago to just 2.9 runs a game in their last 10 head-to-head meetings. So if you're into historical trends, you certainly want to think about that one there. And speaking of the White Sox on the other side of things, they haven't gotten a win since April 16th. 8-game losing streak for the Chi Sox right now. And when it comes to cashing in on the run line, no such luck there as well. These guys are hitting, they're just 1-6 against the number at guaranteed rate field. Now, hitting-wise, well, the Chicago lineup hasn't done a whole lot of it recently. They currently find themselves in the bottom 3 in the majors in scoring, dead last in hits. Now, total-wise, 5 out of Chicago's last 7 home games fell under the posted number. Meanwhile, Kansas City's 10-5 to the under for the entire season themselves. I'm going to lean toward Kansas City plus 1.5 and the under 7 runs. And with that, guys, we're going to jump into our next and final matchup for Part 1. It is going to be Dodgers taking on the D-backs, 3:40 p.m. East. The LA Dodgers are -185, totals 8 runs. Julio Urias for Los Angeles, Zach Gallen for Arizona. And even though Gallen's shown some decent stuff, The D-backs have one of the worst lineups in baseball offensively right now. The D-backs are batting just 182 as a team, and they're currently dead last in scoring on average per game. Now they're taking on a Dodger team who allows only 2.5 runs a game themselves, and they're currently leading the Bigs in opponents' batting average. They're actually holding their competition to a batting average of just 183. Now starting pitcher Julio Urias, he struck out 11 batters in a dozen innings of work thus far. 3.00 ERA for the lefty. And when it comes to hitting the baseball for Los Angeles, Freddie Freeman's batting .328 with 3 homers and 35 total bases. Now, total-wise, LA's gone 7-2 to the under in their 9 contests away from home. They're also 71% to the under for the entire season at any location. Meanwhile, Arizona's gone 9-2 to the under at Chase Field this season. I'm going to lean toward the LA Dodgers -185 and the under 8 runs. And with that, guys, now it's time for our quick pick recap. Powered to you by my website at brockpage.com, where I'm currently 5-0 in my last 5 Major League Baseball tier package bets. I like the Mets -1.25 under 7 runs. Give me Kansas City +1.5 under 7. And with my next and final free pick for the video, I'm going to lean toward the LA Dodgers -185 in the under 8 runs. And with that, guys, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on brockpage.com. Now, if you guys do end up getting a membership here today on my website, just keep in mind, you're going to get billed the day you sign up and then the first of every month following that. So if you do end up getting a membership here today on brockpage.com, you're going to get access to that content every single day all the way through the end of April. Although I do tell folks in every single video, the earlier in the month you sign up, the better. And guys, if you want to get access to every single bet that I give out on that website, you may want to think about signing up for my board member package. Not only do board members get access to the board member tier bet itself, you're actually going to get access to every single package, every single bet that I give out on that website every single day, all the way through the end of April. The board member tier is an all-inclusive package. Now, guys, you may be wondering what the difference is, once again, between what I do here on YouTube and what I do on my website. And once again, I said it, at the beginning of the video. What I do here on YouTube is I'll handicap the entire slate of games in any given sport, side, and total. And what I do on brockpage.com is I actually share with you which one of these free YouTube picks on my channel that I'm actually betting on personally. But with that, guys, that's going to do it for me. Gotta thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, guys, happy Wednesday to you. Happy hump day to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at brockpage.com.